Some of you, when you take Kenkey, you leave the Kenkey jackets everywhere. The Kenkey jacket, you leave it everywhere.
In this segment, we're going to talk about the funniest things that happened to us in high school. The funniest things. Every funny story you can remember. Guys, come on here and share with us the funniest moments you had in high school. Why are you guys already laughing? We haven't even started the funny moments. Do you guys want me to start the funny moments?
Yeah, you should. You should.
Yeah, you should
start.
This is the funniest moment. And it's not funny because of the event itself. It's just funny because of the characters. For this story to be funny, you should know the video game character Mario. If you've ever played Mario Kart, Mario.
Yeah. I think we all played Mario.
Mario. Good. I was in Pearson House, and most of the houses in Prempeh College had the same concept. 3 or 4 houses would look the same, would have the same architectural design. There was only one house in Prempeh College that was unique in its design, in that for most of the houses, there was only one staircase up. The houses were story buildings, and there was only one staircase up. So you can always climb up on one side of the building. And then Osei House was the only house that had 2 stairs, right? So you could climb up on one side and get down on the other side. And as a young student, as a young boy, I didn't like any of the conventional school stuff, assembly, church service, all the things people had to go into a place. So there was this one Sunday, and we had our Sunday service, and I didn't show up for the service. So I was hanging out with a bunch of my seniors, right? And in Prempeh College, on Sunday nights, we go to dinner in our traditional cloth, right? So you put on your cloth. And so whenever we're done, we just take a cloth off and fold it and just go sit on the staircase and be chatting it up. And so this housemaster, the housemaster for Gajisbeg House, was called Mario. And it's just because he looked so much like Mario the character. So we're sitting on the staircase just yelling and screaming and shouting and laughing, just having a good time. And Mario came with a big stick. Why are you guys not going for church service? He was coming to hit our heads, like basically coming to kill. But just because of the structure of Osei House, when he came, we ran up the stairs. So he quickly chased after us with his stick. Hey, about to like yelling in funny, like profanity. Stupid boys, go to church. Then we kept running on top of the building. And whenever he came up, we went down. And then whenever he was running, we'd run down on the lower block, go up the stairs again. So it was a bunch of about 6 of us playing Mario with actual Mario, just going up and down the stairs. And for like 30 minutes, it felt as though that our lives were going to end if the man ever caught a hold of us. But he could not catch any one of us because it's a 15-year-old boy, swift and fast, and a 40-year-old or 50-year-old man, a bit on the heavy side, with a big stick, yelling profanity after these boys. That was the fun. It cracked me up so much. That is my story. What is your story? What's your funny story?
I don't know if it's going to be funny, but it's just how things unfolded that made it very, very funny. We all know how the senior house masters are always like the headache. They are the headache of everyone's headache. He had a farm, right? And mostly what the boys do is that I know this because the boys come to the class and they narrate it. So he has a farm, he grows vegetables, he has poultry and all that. So what the boys do is on Sunday afternoon after church, they catch one of these fowls, kill it, and then they cook. So with time, this man realized that the chickens are, the numbers are reducing. He didn't know who was doing what. He comes to assembly mostly on Mondays to come and announce how the number of chicken is going down every day, and it's not that they are dead. There's nothing. He doesn't send them out. So really, what is happening? He doesn't know what is happening. But then the boys will come. And sometimes they even bring the food to preps, afternoon preps.
Goodness.
They'll bring the food, the chicken they've cooked and everything. One time they brought the chicken soup and this man entered. And it was like a prep time. So we were all seated around and we're eating. This man entered the classroom and was like, "What are you guys eating?" We call something gas. Do you guys know gas?
Yeah. The terrible high school food.
I know. So he was like, "What are you guys eating?" Someone answered, "Oh, gas." And the man was like, "Today is Sunday. We are supposed to take jollof and chicken. Who served gas today?" And then everyone was quiet. The man walks in, opened the bowl, and it's chicken soup. And then he's like, "I hope it's not my chicken."
I'm just baffled how high school kids could get a kitchen to cook someone's
They don't even
chicken.
do it in the kitchen. So the prefects have a cubicle, right? There's only a cubicle where you have plug. So they use iron.
They'll find a way.
Chris, come and tell us. I don't think the guys in the seminaries were doing that. Tell us your funniest story. If it was in first year or all through high school, what was your funniest moment?
Our senior housemaster was just something else. Sometimes his English constructions are very bad. He comes up there has funny comments. There was this time he was like, some of you, I understand you. Some of you, when you take Kenkey, you leave the Kenkey jackets everywhere. The Kenkey jacket, you leave it
What is Kenkey Jacket? What is Kenkey Jacket?
I am dead. For those of you who are not familiar with Kenkey or do not know a lot of Ghanaian food, because Kenkey is a Ghanaian food that's corn-based ball. Like we make balls out of corn, and we wrap them in leaves, some leaves, right? And so the man was referring to the leaves that have been used to wrap the Kenkey. Those are the Kenkey jackets. And apparently, these guys were littering the whole place with the Kenkey jacket. How can you leave the Kenkey jackets everywhere? Put the Kenkey jackets in the wardrobe. But I want to hear Wendy's funny story from a Brie Girls. Wendy, hit us with a Brie Girls funny story. I know a lot of funny things happened in there.
So if you know a Brie Girls, you know, like the dining hall food, like it's not all of them that we like it. So we have like some days we have jollof, wache, like you know the ones that people like jollof, wache, like people really go for diners those days.
Yeah.
And then we also, I think they used to serve us like plantain and beans. And a senior will serve like everybody else. So I think we have like 2 or 3 plantains. They give everybody 2 or 3 plantains or so. So I mean, they give the 4 months like 2 or 3. So I was sitting by one of my friends. She wasn't really a friend. I call her an acquaintance. So they shared the plantain. They're giving us all our food and everything. And I started eating. I didn't even like it, but I was so hungry. So I started eating. I was just looking at her. She wasn't eating. I was just looking at her like, Oba, why are you not eating? She's like, Wendy, is that all we're going to eat to sleep? I said, yes. What more do you want? Like, in my house, when I'm frying plantain, this is what I used to actually take. Plantain is done, before I sit down and eat proper.
That young woman was expecting 20 pieces. So 2
like
pieces.
12
Oh my
pieces,
god.
because she said at home she's like 12,
my.
15. But then that 2 pieces that they are giving her, I mean, that's our dinner. Is that all we are going to have to sleep at?
I'm dead. Is that all? No,
she wasn't
the
wrong
rest
at
are
all.
coming.
She-
So I know.
Bread.
Even Efia mentioned that in her school on Sunday nights they would have jollof rice. In most
Yeah.
schools,
Jollof.
Sunday nights are like the best meal you'd get on campus. In my school, it's different. Sunday nights in Prempeh College would have some tea and some bread,
Hey.
2 hard-boiled eggs, some
2
bread.
for
Yeah,
one
just-
person?
Yeah, just 2 hard-boiled eggs. But yeah, guys,
Yeah.
we want to know your experience with high school bread.